throw from deep in out. That's a smashing ball, it's Martins!
Josie Liobo, the good.
And it's pushed out to the boat!
Simcoe Odesi.
Sensational! What a wonderful finish!
That is the most embarrassing own goal!
Oh, what a goal! That's something out of nothing! He struck it sweetly, and does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff.
That's right, here we go again. A beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon. Of course, you know, it is 4 o'clock. When you hear the beat, you know the sound, you know what is on the radio. It is time to get you on once again. I take you on a high, bring you the very best of happenings in the ever-exciting world of sports. You know what we do on Complete Sports, right? It's not just about football. It's about every sport that makes sense. And you know what? All of the sports that we have around make sense. So that is why we always bring them to you on Complete Sports right here this beautiful Saturday. Of course, we do this every time, and today won't be an exception. Welcome to the show on behalf of the team. Adenike Adesoye, Moses Olatai, and of course Daniel Adeyemi, the sports here. The sports Bam Bam is also here, talking about Bobola Ego Femi. My name is Pretty. I'm here to take you on the lead. I will be rocking your stereo from now till 5 p.m. It is sport time on the radio. The game has just been decided between Liverpool, the Merseyside derby, of course, as expected, ended in favor of Liverpool. Although the second half was something that they almost got surprised because Everton came through in the second half. But whatever it is, 5 games on, yet to lose a game. Liverpool ready to defend their title successfully. Will it go that way? We're coming to that in a jiffy. But you know what? We always like to begin from other sports, and that's what we do right now, right here. Welcome to the show. Of course, Sports Sia is here. A good afternoon, Sports Sia. Daniel Adeyemi.
Yeah, good afternoon, finest. It's the weekend we've all been waiting for. Sport lovers everywhere. You know, we have the World Athletics going down this weekend as well. And of course, the all games from the English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, actions-packed weekend. The NPFL as well. Of course, Complete Sport is where we cover everything.
Most definitely, we cover everything. Of course, you know how we do it. And don't forget as well, we are having a prediction today. Manchester United, Chelsea. That's the game we are predicting. So for you that want to predict, we'll be opening up the phone line very shortly. As I said, what we'll be doing henceforth, we predict via the Facebook, we predict via the WhatsApp group, and of course via the phone call. We'll be picking randomly. So we'll pick from those who predict, who get from the, let's say we want to pick 3 winners. We'll pick one via the phone call. We'll pick one from WhatsApp group. We'll pick one via the Facebook streaming. So go there now. We're streaming live on Facebook. Drop your comments there. Manchester United, Chelsea. Who wins at Old Trafford today? The match is coming up at 5:30 p.m. Right? Is this 5 p.m.?
5:30 p.m.
Okay, 5:30 p.m. So the match is coming up at 5:30 p.m. We'll be taking you through that in a jiffy as well. We're coming to that, but let's take you to some happenings in other sports world. And of course, let's begin this way. Where are we beginning? Of course, Bobola Igufemi is also with us. Will be joining us very shortly. But let's begin this way and talk about Abia State ready to host International Para Badminton Championship. Let's begin from there. I was speaking earlier with one of the guys who speak for the governor in the state in terms of sports. Earlier, he was telling me they were very much ready. One of these days, we'll get to have the sports commissioner in Abia State. He will be giving us insight of how they wish to do this and what they intend to do. But let's just quickly tell you that the state, talking about Abia State, Gozon State has officially announced its readiness to host 2 major global para badminton championship. 2, not just 1. Yes, the first Abia Para Badminton International Championship, and of course the All African Para Badminton Championship. 2 in 1 they want to host this year. Of course, the back-to-back event will be held in Umuahia, the state capital, from September 30 to October 12, 2025, and we feature 368 athletes and over 100 officials from 32 countries. Of course, speaking ahead of the conference, the Commissioner for Youth and Sports in the state was talking about Sir Mwobilo Ananaba revealed that the countries such as Brazil, Peru, India, Egypt, Tunisia, Zimbabwe, and Kenya, along with other countries of the world in Africa, of course, with Nigeria, will be participating in this tournament. As I said, one of the maybe next week. Yes, today is 20. Next week will be 27. 3 days to the competition. We're supposed to we'll try as much as possible to have the commissioner in the house. But first thing first, Bam Bam joins in now. Bam Bam, Femi Bobola, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Fridays. Good afternoon, Daniel. Good afternoon to all our listeners out there. It's another time to be on Complete Sports. This is where we talk about all sports. Yes, not just football. We dissect every sport, and we talk about it extensively. It's nice to be on the program today.
Most definitely. I mean, badminton. I mean, Abia still want to host 2 at the time. International badminton. I know when we hear these things like this, some people will like, badminton. We take concern Nigeria badminton. But it's a very big event at the Commonwealth, at the Olympics. Of course, so we should take it seriously. Yeah,
definitely. We have to take games like this very, very serious. And we seriously have to start looking away from the likes of football, the likes of maybe athletics right now, maybe the fact that we have somebody like Toby Amuson and this young man that just did well, Ezekiel Nathaniel. We need to start focusing on all the sports too, because when it gets to the big stage, Olympics, Commonwealth, just like you mentioned now, it requires a lot of people in all the sports, so they don't just give kudos. In fact, in the Olympics, football is not even popular.
No, at all.
It's not even popular.
It's just one medal now.
Exactly. So, and it's not even the senior teams that represent. They made it. So they caught the wings of some of these popular sports in competitions like the Olympics. So exactly. I feel like if you want to actually pave your name, you have to start developing your skills at all the sports right there. So I think it's a good one that we're having badminton. Yes, we have seen series of competition at Lagos. We've talked about it. We've seen swimming, we've seen table tennis, and right now badminton. So it looks like Nigeria now, they are paving way for every sport right here in Nigeria. And definitely one of the things is, if you put up competitions like this, you definitely see a talent, because there are people out there that are always that have always been looking for this opportunity. And you know what? Once they have the opportunity, definitely if they are young, they will definitely improve. So,
Bamba, my worry has always been, I think we've been talking about this thing, and I think we should start looking for one thing that will be synonymous with. If you talk of athletics, Jamaica. You talk of NBA basketball, is America. You talk of long distance runner, you talk of Kenya, Ethiopia. What are we going to be known for? I mean, we should have something we are known for. No, I'm not talking corruption, because I know where you're going.
That means you are known for it. For you to actually know what.
I know what you wanted to say. The way you were. I mean, so we should. I'm talking sport now. We should be known for something that when you call Nigeria, this is what Nigeria is known for. Nobody does it better than them. Like in Afrobeat now, for entertainment, Afrobeat. When you call Nigeria, they know it's Afrobeat. Nobody comes close. Amapiano, you know it is South Africa.
Yeah, definitely. You have a point with what you just mentioned now, because you see some other countries, likes of Kenya, the likes of some of these teams that know how to do long distance. They always find representative, and they always participate very, very good in it. And Nigeria, we don't have that. We think it's just all about football. And for us right now, when it comes to the pecking order of football, we've really, really dropped. So the main focus is how we can get ourselves back into the top pedigree of sports in general. So I think that should be looked into, definitely. I'm trying to look around the sports that maybe we are really, really doing well. I don't think so. I don't think we have any right now. When you talk about athletics, it's just maybe Toby Amuson. Now, if Toby Amuson doesn't put up a performance, we are off. Now, look at the medal table of the just concluded World Championship. It's just Toby Amuson silver. So let's say, nothing bad happens to Toby Amuson, and even age is not even on our side. 28 years, 2 years
in
from
the
next
now, 4-5 years,
exactly, she's off. So, and we don't have anybody coming on board. Fair enough. We saw Ezekiel Nathaniel. And we hope that a certain issue like Favour Ofili will not happen to him, because we don't know what will happen in the nearest of future. So we don't have. I'm trying to look around all series of sports. We don't have any of it, and that's exactly maybe a little bit of basketball. But on the world stage, can these girls go on to do well? But Africa-wise, we have dominance in terms of basketball. We can actually give Nigeria kiddies, but right now we should be looking forward to dominating the world. And I think for particular sport, we've been able to dominate Africa. Yes, like Toby Amuson. I mean, when it comes to African, Commonwealth, and all of it. So the world right now is where the problem is, and I think where we have problem is lack of preparation. We just do that fire brigade approach to competitions. 2 weeks, 1 week, you just see them call people or maybe athletes together, sports, footballers, let's say footballers, you see them come together. Now, let's look at the Under-20 World Cup list. How many of those guys? You just fire brigade. Sharp, just brought most of them. Even the guys that represented, most of them, that represented in the qualifiers, they dropped most of them. Exactly. They brought in foreign players and foreign players that
we like mercenaries too
exactly much. So and we expect that Nigeria eventually will go on to win it. It doesn't work like that. I feel like it has to be a process. They have to be working towards doing it together. Most times they had only one game to prepare, and now they are going to the World Cup. Not even the African Cup of Nations Under-20. They are going to the World Cup, and everybody is saying that they will go on to win gold. How is that possible? But let's wait and see.
We're coming to that very shortly. But Daniel, there's a question I will ask you. But let's talk about it. First of all, this badminton thing that Abia State want to host 2 at once. Of course, according to the Commissioner for Sports there, I mean, Wobilo telling us that Abia State, we know Abia State is a very small state, but we don't want to preempt or maybe begin to say, can they not? They've said they are ready. Yes, that is one. Then your country, my country, Nigeria, is bidding to host Commonwealth. Yesterday I was asking Bam Bam, where is the stadium? Where are the facilities? Maybe you know where the stadiums and the facilities are. I mean, you let us know your view about Nigeria hosting Commonwealth game.
Definitely, we know this is actually one of the things you do when you want to put your name out there. You know, you bid for stuff like this so that they know that right from the day one, while preparing the bid, that they are not going to get it. But they just want to. Even Gbajabiamila that is speaking, is he telling me that that's the priority on his decks right now? No, re-election is his priority now.
Exactly. That's the truth.
That's his priority. So
and they know they will win.
No,
so they'll prepare for 2030 Commonwealth.
Definitely, yeah. They know it doesn't work like that.
And their mindset, they have won the election already.
The entire continent will not even let them shame us that way. You know, the other day when we had the celebration for the Super Falcons coming home, and you know, we saw Ababa was dishing out hundreds of thousands of dollars and all of that. We're talking about one of the things that they can invest into, being facilities, sporting facilities around the countries and all of that. Now it has come to that point. Now you want to bid for events like this. You don't bid for it based on the numbers that you have as a nation. You know, you put a question up to Bam Bam the other time, asking him what we're good at, and it's really a shame. In the world right now, we are 34th in football, 5th in Africa. We call ourselves giants. In basketball, in the world,
34th? We are 45th now.
45th.
Yes.
Oh, 45th.
That was the latest ranking.
Sorry, 45th. Sorry, 45th. Yes. And in basketball, we are 50-something as well. So we actually we're nowhere. We are nowhere because how many continents, how many nations do we have in the world? We are nowhere. A nation of about 250 million people. We're nowhere. Now, coming about saying you want to put in a bid to host, I don't know. See, the way Bola is laughing is the way whoever is checking the list and sees Nigeria will laugh. Say, what?
We laugh at Nigeria.
Saying, what are they doing here? Yeah. But definitely we know that bidding for things like this is one of the things you do to put your name up there. You know, they might have a plan in mind that, okay, you know, like Yoruba will say, so if they have a plan in mind that maybe they want to start rebuilding, okay, one of the things they have to do is start, you know, bidding for things like this. Okay. So that won't be that the first time they bid, they will not get, you know, but when they've been bidding consistently over time, when they are ready, they will consider their track record of always coming out to bid, even when they are not ready. But the truth is, we need to actually ask ourselves serious questions like this. We don't want to be known for a nation who just come to bid for the sake of bidding. We want to be known for something. Like you said, even South Africa out there, they are known for cricket, for rugby. They are up there. But you look at us, Nigeria, we look at everything. We've got everything to be out there pushing for everything. Are they concluding? We call it is concluding already. The World Athletics
Championship.
The only medal we still have right now is still the one Amoson get for us. And that's the one person we don't want to see in the country.
Because of the state.
Exactly, because they don't want. I mean, I'm not sure they are going to welcome her. if she gets home with that medal, if she's the only one that comes with the medal,
coming home.
she
will just go to her base
and that
there.
goes. That's exactly. So we should be ashamed of ourselves. These are the things that we talk about when we talk about having a very good image on a global stage. It's not only about politics, it's not only about education. It's about sport. One of the things that actually put your name out there in the best way possible is sports.
Definitely.
Sporting events, sporting representation on the global stage. You can see the impact of the footballers we have in the foreign countries. Those little things they are doing for their different clubs. We can see how well it brings scouts into the countries. People coming to scout.
Yeah.
I was speaking with a footballer how they said once they hear that you are from Nigeria now, they want to look into you more. Because there's a lot of record to talk about. The JJ Okocha,
a team just signed about 3 players from the MPFL.
From the MPFL, you can imagine.
They've been signing every week now. Remo Stars.
Yeah.
They are having their players out. Whether from the young guys, from their feeder or from beyond
and finally,
or the main team.
The shocking part is that these guys are not trying to go out there and be better for the country. They are going out there to be better and disappear.
No, it's for family.
And they say it's for survival.
Yes,
for family breakthrough.
It's family breakthrough.
That's what I'm saying.
Poverty alleviation.
Exactly. So they want to go out there, secure a future for themselves. It doesn't matter whether it's in Highland or
Turkey. If Nigeria lies tomorrow, that's why I see them go to Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Exactly, and you wonder what is in these countries. In Sudan, the Nigerians going to Iran. You wonder, as a nation, we talk about everything. We have so many human resources, natural resources, and we are nowhere. So we are bidding right now, and we look like a joke on that list.
You mean we are joking?
We are.
Okay. If you want to carve this your shape like this,
no, like that's how we look like.
I want to ask you something. If they ask you, you'll be
no.
Once you just finish carving this shape,
I'm
you're
a man
very,
of
very
God.
toxic.
I'm a man of God.
Okay, me, I'm a man of heaven.
Because I know where you're going.
Okay. Anyway, this guy. Let's leave that. I hope Jabi Amela is listening to these guys. That they say you are joking. No.
Baba knows the priority right now.
Baba, they say you are joking.
His priority is re-election.
Okay. All right. Yes. Press conference held yesterday, and of course, it's been agreed now. A date has been chosen for the Boxing Night in Lagos. Always happening. Of course, they said 26th December, Boxing Day. For this year is when it's going to be happening again. Always sponsored by the cable TV, you know them. Of course, the Boxing Night. It's going to be featuring a whole lot of guys coming through again to display talent in boxing in Nigeria. All right, so it is the GoTV Boxing Night every year. It's becoming something that everyone is always looking forward to now. Every year, the Boxing Night in Lagos. Anyway, we're coming to that, and let's quickly talk about Anthony Joshua now. Yes. Anthony Joshua is confirming that he's going to be fighting in Nigeria in the year 2026. He's bringing a bout to Nigeria in the year 2026.
Yeah.
So get ready.
That's actually what I like to hear. That's one of, because it's actually going to help us. But depends on what's the fight. Who is he fighting in Nigeria?
He will announce.
But definitely, I think Anthony Joshua is a very, like we always talk about, the fact that he's been away for a while doesn't mean Anthony Joshua is no more Anthony Joshua. He's still a very global phenomenon. So whoever is fighting, all we just want it to be is not to be an African, opponent. Let it be someone that will actually pull the crowd.
Yeah.
That will direct all lenses, all camera, all media, all attention to the nation, and of course, it's going to really call a lot of sponsorship from different places out in the country as well. So we need that kind of thing. It's going to help us eventually, and it's going to help him as well. Because if you've done anything away from home, one of the things like the likes of Anthony Joshua can do for the country is to bring a party home.
Use their image.
Definitely, it's about bringing a party home.
Image to bring
use their image, definitely. So, we have a lot of guys interested in boxing. We have a lot of young guys growing up who like to see a proper fight. It's just a question of where is that going to be? How is the place going to be decorated? How is it going to look like a proper, bow? Not just going to be, a wishy-washy thing. But if Anthony Joshua is trying to do something, we should know definitely that there will be sponsorship, big guns, trying to get together around it.
We just as you guys had a reservation, Nigeria hosting Commonwealth. Can we host a big bout like that, a heavyweight bout?
Well, I think
see when you're laughing like this.
I want Bola to be on the right path.
No, the thing is, if somebody like Anthony Joshua was to host the event like that, it's definitely not with a big person. That's what I know. Maybe Anthony Joshua and maybe a Nigerian, Ife Ajagba. I don't think he can be able
and
to
that's exactly what I don't want.
Exactly.
That would be
That
like a
is not
joke.
an international bout.
That's it.
like a joke.
That's
Talking of
the only-
international bout. How
I don't
can you
think so.
talk Joshua and-
It's not possible.
So we can't have.
Come on.
So attract
Well, you mean we can't have
somebody
Anthony
like
Joshua or Lizard
we can have
we
it.
can't.
Yeah, why?
Where's the
I mean, if the
where's the
if
boxing ring?
if
They
the
we can
for
import it.
boxing is not actually that hard. For boxing, I don't think it's that hard.
What's that
There's
in
no
the
much
ring?
concern about the safety of the fans or
They can
anything.
bring the ring through the sea.
They- it's not about. It's not even about the ring. It's about how the deal looks on the paper for the guy. Yeah.
Now the thing is, how do Nigerians see boxing? That's the thing.
It's about how Nigerians see Anthony Joshua.
USA, it's just social media. Honestly,
I don't.
Wait, have you been this boxing night I just talked about? I
Go
host
to
every
me. Yes, I follow it
Have you
very
been
well.
there?
I follow it very
Do you
well.
see the following every year?
Well, I know.
Boxing normally doesn't have it doesn't give.
I know
you,
you're talking about a 60,000, 70,000 kind of attendance.
The kind
and
of
all that.
capacity,
you
right?
can't have that.
Definitely, you
So
can.
it's
have
only in
that.
football that we can have such.
Exactly.
Even in football, we hardly get
boxing on
number.
its own normally. Like the previous times that we've seen boxing, it limits access to people because it's always a small.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just recently right now that we are seeing Saudi Arabia have a very wide boxing ring and. People
That'll be
can be
close
able
to the-
yes, that people can be able to. But in Nigeria, do we have somewhere like that? I understand that you can bring the boxing ring, but do we have a space for boxing that will encompass about a large number of people? And right now, bringing somebody like Usyk, it has to do with money.
It might not be actually that
And
high.
where do you get the money from? It has to do with sponsorship and
No,
the
I
number
just
of people.
suggested though, when you say not that you
No,
say
no,
that-
well, yes, exactly. We are
What
just
I'm
having a
saying,
round table
it doesn't
talk.
actually have to be
as-
that Usyk high.
So
It doesn't have to be
if
someone
it's not Usyk,
international.
it's not.
Even if it is this
Fury.
YouTuber they are
at his
talking
level,
about.
at his level, who should he be fighting?
Even if it is this YouTuber they are talking about. If
The
he can-
YouTuber.
Yeah. Boxer. Even if they can route, Jake Paul, if they
Jake
can
Paul.
route it back to Nigeria, I think that's one of the things that can. If I'm Anthony Joshua, I feel like you are not at my level. But however, if I want to fight you,
I'm looking at the monetary part of it.
Okay.
Exactly.
How do they want to get money? Because it has to do with viewership, sponsorship, and in Nigeria, let's
We are
look
still
at is
trying
there
to
a
push.
brand that can actually pull up that kind of amount of money
we're
that
talking about dollars, millions of dollars.
Exactly.
Not,
So that's what I'm looking at.
specifically.
And definitely you always get money from people that will come and watch live. And is it in Nigeria that you
Are
tell
they willing
somebody to pay 10,000
exactly
to come and watch a
fight?
fight? GoTV is always most time maybe free. So for people to come and see, can people pay 10,000 naira? Even our local matches
Well,
here that
we don't
people
know.
love football,
We don't
can
know
they put-
if Anthony Joshua actually wanted to happen. He can make it happen by maybe on his side, try to do something
Yes,
sacrificial.
personally.
Yeah, he might say, okay, we're throwing the stadium open. I'm going to pay for that. And then I mean, if it's not
He
about
has the
money,
money now. He's not a big boy.
he has the
Definitely.
money. He can afford 15.
Yeah.
Small with a
15
10,000
million or something.
I mean, with
If he
$5,000,
wants to,
you
I'm
achieve
sure he
that.
can still waste like $5-10 million. So if he wants to waste that million, yeah.
No, you can even with
Then,
10,000
then,
10,000
well,
pounds.
well,
But I don't think. I mean, it
well,
has to be in millions. Who wants to come?
When last
because-
did he have a bout? That's what we should be looking at. And how will he be able to raise that amount of money? It's been a long time here.
I don't want you to speak as if you are his financial.
Okay then.
Now,
Are you saying he has
Okay,
finished
then.
all of the money he's made?
I'm saying Baba is still rich in a way. I mean, most of these guys.
But are you saying all of the money is made before he has finished?
Mayweather has not gone back to the ring since his last fight, and the guy is still up there among the richest guys. in the world.
Boxing is also like football too. You just
Yeah.
once you have a bout, you have to go for another bout before you make such money. And with the enjoyment he's been having in Nigeria, you see him moving left, right, and center. I
When
mean,
you see them frequent
this money,
Nigeria, they have investment now.
Yeah.
well.
Don't be surprised he has plenty
All
of
the
stake
going
in
to
it.
Ghana,
But
going to.
if he wants to have a fight, I don't think he would want to be investing when he can actually make money from it.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at.
But let me put it to you this way: will you want to see that kind of fight?
Definitely.
Will you pay 10,000 naira to see that fight?
No.
It is finished.
That's it. That's the summary.
No baton, as they say in Yoruba. That's the end. Okay. All right. World Athletic Championship is ending in Tokyo. Of course, in a couple of hours, everything will be rounding up. But it has not left it without this controversy as well. If this were to be in Nigeria, we would say, yes, that's what they know how to do best. But this happened in Tokyo. And of course, Lord Sebastian Coe, who happens to be the president of the World Athletics Federation, says the facilities, the training facilities, the warm-up facilities in Tokyo wasn't good enough. They were not perfect, not what they expected. Because a whole lot of athletes actually complained the same way we had complaint when we had Delta State host the last youth championship we had in Nigeria. The same way athletes complained about these Tokyo warm-up facilities, which was located at Yoyogi Park. And Lord Sebastian Coe says, we're not pleased with this kind of arrangements, but it has come and it's almost going. In the next couple of hours, the event will be over.
Well, I think yes, they can't be all perfect. That's one thing we have to give concerns to. They can't be all perfect. And yes, for Tokyo, this is I don't think they've hosted it before, but then a lot of people came out to say that yes, the distance, the warm-up track to Yoyo, yes, is
you have to be catching buses.
Exactly, and you know, athletes, some of them, they must have trained, fatigue and all of it. So they say the traveling and the distance between where they're actually going to compete and the international stadium exactly is so far. Logistics and yes, the time constraint and also athletes' dissatisfaction about top meet. But yeah, not too many talk about the facilities itself. It's just about the distance and all of it. So I think the pitch, that means the place that they used, with the facilities and everything is in good shape. It's just all about the distance, and definitely athletes will always complain because it's mostly their bodies that they use. You see some of they use their legs. The ones that do all of this high jump is all of their bodies. So sometimes fatigue can come into all of these things. But the fact that they did not talk about the facilities, that's bad. I still think Tokyo, they did a good job. Because the distance sometimes, can we blame them for that?
Definitely.
Yes, now we can. Now. Why would you?
We still have to put it on them.
Was not the similar thing happened during the last National Sports Festival?
Yeah.
Where some people said Remo, locations from Remo to Abeokuta and all of that.
And I think exactly one of the things that we should see now, and to take it easy on what happens in our own country as well. This is an international event we've seen in this. It's not actually easy, seriously speaking. There will never be a perfect, hosting of any event where you can say 100. But eventually, like Bam Bam said, in as much as they are not complaining about the facilities, not about the swimming pool, not about the track, not about anything. It's about their movement from one place to another, which I know definitely can impact on their performance, to some extent. But still, in my own opinion, I still feel like it's still one thing that they can improve on, and it doesn't still put so much dent on the entire, event and all of that. So far, I think it's been very good. It has delivered, in my own opinion, on the competitive side. We saw a very dramatic one yesterday involving our own Nathaniel Ezekiel, where a medal was already awarded and taken.
Taken back again.
That kind of back and forth.
Just dash the guy's hope after he had believed.
They took the crown, and then the guy was already crying, and then they brought the crown back. So, and it was our boy that actually came out to say, you know what he did not affect my run and all of that. So what am I trying to say is that in as much as they manage all of these things, they were able to manage difficult part of it, because that's what will be put into consideration if they are going to rate the total of the event, not the movement from here to there, which is, in my own opinion, as much as not like they ask you to trek.
Overall.
Not like they ask them to be moving with their own to make it.
They provided buses.
They still provide a means of getting yourself into that place.
The guys are saying the distance, the bus, the time they spend catching the bus.
Now, let me put it like this. Now, it was 15 minutes that they had complaints about. When is Nigeria? I mean, before you get to certain places, like 1 hour because of the bad roads. Now,
why would you have to say that?
Now let's not lie to ourselves. Now the athletes,
you guys don't have joy.
They are not used to. 15 minutes. You understand?
Maybe like just few seconds.
You understand? So in Nigeria, 15 minutes for me is not far.
And to us, 15 minutes is small now.
It's small. You understand?
15 minutes is like from here to Junior Kuba.
The likes of the USAs, they have very, very good facilities. They are training centers to where they do all of this competition is so close. It's something that is trackable, especially for this athlete. So, in my own opinion, 15 minutes for me, the fact that they are complaining as a Nigerian, I mean, I'm just like, these people, they never see anything.
Because you're in Nigeria.
They will never understand. And it's one of the things that we also should look into and say, imagine we hosting an event like that.
That's why I asked earlier now.
Wait, they are still pumping water for you to have your shower.
No, we need to put on generator.
We need to put on generator. Oh, the swimming pool, you can't swim now. One something just enter.
Or the driver that is bringing the bus to take them to.
Yeah, so all kinds of.
The driver is here to changing tires somewhere.
I think it's why our athletes that go international comes back home and they feel like, what are we doing? You know, I think the likes of Tobi Amusan will not see most of the photos that are seen. They feel like, come on, the Kenyan guys who can run 3 days will feel like, what do you mean distance?
Exactly.
This is what we need.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Before we have a breather for the first part of the show, let's quickly talk about the Lord Lava Cup. It started yesterday, and of course, the man you guys say doesn't smile. His looks are not good, according to sports here. He's the one that's always say Carlos Alcaraz's face. He's not always look. He's not good at all. So yesterday he teamed up with his Team Europe. Partner, yes, they're talking about Czech Republic's Jansu Mensik, and they beat Team Word. So Team Word actually is partnered by Alex Markusen and Taylor Fritz, and they beat them 7-6, 9-7, 6-4. Of course, so and he says he still has a whole lot of engine to power Team Europe into winning the Lava Cup. It started yesterday, and Carlos Alcaraz. He's not slowing down at all.
Definitely, he's not slowing down. Right now, that is world number one. Mm-hmm. Definitely, he wants to build up in his momentum. And yes, I thought it was the China Open right now that they have. I think the China Open is also going on right now.
But this one in particular is the Lava Cup.
Lava Cup, yes. Okay. And I saw a particular report that the female that Aryna Sabalenka will not be participating in that. But the Lava Cup,
yes, that's for the female.
For the female, yes. For this Lava Cup, I think Carlos Alcaraz definitely, if he's paired with anybody, I think you already have the luck of winning because we know how fearless and ruthless this man is when it comes to tennis. Definitely, he catches you. He doesn't smile. He goes fire in all cylinders. And yes, I think they deserve it definitely. Fritz is also coming up. I think he's world number 8, and yes, he has still not made his name so much in tennis, although he gets to the quarterfinals in some of these opens and competitions. But for me, anywhere I see Carlos Alcaraz, even if he's with somebody that is world number 100, I always tip him high because that man is so good.
Okay, all right. So that's the way it is. Let's just leave it like that. A big up to these guys. I mean, to all of the guys who have done very well at the Tokyo World Championship, rounding off right now. So we say congrats to all of them. To Tobi Amusan, congrats. To Nathaniel Ezike as well. Congratulations to him. I mean, no matter what it is, you're giving your best. Let's have a breather. When we return, we'll be talking local football. And before we now move to the other one, big one, everyone is waiting. Manchester United, Chelsea. So you can drop your predictions via the sports group. And of course, you can also drop it streaming on Facebook. We'll be reading your comments very shortly. We'll start reading them as soon as possible once we are done with the local football stories. And we also take your calls as well the later part of the show. All right, keep it coming, keep it moving right here. Let's have a breather. And this is for all the people who have won one thing or the other at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo. They are all champions.
Barack Obama, give me Barack Green. The streets, I believe I will win. The champion, get a go to be scorpion. I want the lion, I'm to be on.
Critics be talking like I sound like ho, forgetting I'm the hottest shit, I'm hotter than the stove. I was raised in the barracks, the street was kinda sick. Now I stand like Candle in 1.96. VEC, kiss a champion. My silence brag loud, what type of ampion? I'm too hot, I could give the sun a 10. Now I'm number 1, something like 10 over 10. Divide that. I am a born champion.
Your nigga can be special.
You are a born champion, yeah.
Limitless, limitless.
We are the born champion.
messing with the swag, getting channel old folks. Ferragamo's on my feet, I swear down, I'm an issue. And I'm way ahead, they couldn't touch me with a pistol. Why be? If it isn't broke, I shouldn't have to fix it. I'm gold medal, Nigerian 96 Olympics. No chapel, I'm a winner. Something like a young Roger Miller, yes, so.
First lady.
Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
Okay, thank you so much. No time to waste time, so we have to just keep doing it. Keep it coming. Let's go now and let's talk about Niger Sports segment. Of course, it is the Niger football segment of the show. We have some games coming up for the MPF games this weekend. But before we get to that, finally, it's been confirmed. Coach Jurich says Ademola Lookman is has been reinstated back to the team and is going to be, he's on the lineup to play this weekend. Finally, the trouble over for Ademola Lookman.
As I knew it was going to happen after that defeat in the Champions League to PSG.
They saw that they needed him, right?
They saw they needed him. If you're talking about European games, one guy that actually has a CV that's too tall among all of them is the one with the hat-trick in the final. So no matter how you want to say it, is one guy that you should understand that on the night of Champions League, you want him to play the game. When you look at Atlanta before now, Ademola Lookman is their star guy. So the moment that happened with them, they feel like they throw that place open to anybody to be the star guy. And when you have it like that, that means you don't have a vocal point. Anything that as you play against, feel like there's no one that's too tall among these guys. So I thank God the manager has actually come out to actually swallow his pride and of course do the right thing. Eventually I was expecting both sides to be professional about it. These kind of things happen, it's strictly business. It's this business side of sport where players feel like, I can get more elsewhere. And the team also feel like, we want our own will also to be above yours. So eventually at the end of the market, both didn't get what they want. The player didn't get to go. The team also feel like, for the right money or to the right club, we didn't get you to go to that place. So it made it feel like, it made it look a little bit like, okay, now eventually they've come to that point where they will have to say, he's our player, he's going to be in contract with us, we are going to be paying him, so why just let him stay around? We have to let him help us. So maybe by January there will be another story, but while he's now there, he has to play. Definitely. And it's just so good for Lookman.
Yeah, Daniel has hit the nail on it, and he has talked extensively as regards Ademola Lookman. And yes, it's key for that team, definitely. And when you look at their start right now, it's not been favorable. I do expect Atalanta, with what they've been doing in the recent time, to just lose to PSG. Although PSG is up there, but the way they lose to them, I expect that, with the fact that Doué, Dembele, the absence at the game for PSG, and it didn't even look like those guys were missed. So, and when you look at Atalanta right now, their key players are injured. Scamacca has a knee injury. There's Ederson, who is also injured. And these are the people that are used to their attack. Now, the problem of Atalanta is not even their defense, it's not even their midfield, it's their attack. They don't score goals in their league right now.
They actually just scored 5 goals before the game. 4 goals going into the game.
4-1, yes. And it's against a relegation side. A team that just popped out from relegation. And it's one of the familiar guys, Keteleri, who links up with Scamacca and Ademola Lookman, that did more of it, because his start in that game was over 10. He got a 10. So I think Ademola Lookman needs to get back to that team. Atalanta, they need him so much. And I said it yesterday that the new coach doesn't have a problem with Ademola Lookman. Now, the Atalanta body itself, they are the ones that have issues with him. And at some point, Gasperini, the former coach, was the man that had issues with Ademola Lookman. So this new coach, he should be thinking about how he would keep his job. Hence why Ademola Lookman should be integrated to the team. And I think he would do so much for the team if eventually he gets back into shape, because that guy is so good.
Most definitely. All right, so good. Let's talk about NPFL coming back to action tomorrow. But before we get to that, the continent is agog as well this weekend. Talking about the Confederations Cup, the Champions League, guys in action. Kwara United will be playing tomorrow, Ashanti Kotoko in Accra. That's where the game is going on. But today, Rivers United are up against their own opponent as well. We're coming to that very shortly. But Shooting Stars, Kun Khalifa, tomorrow here in Ibadan. That's when the game will be played. I don't even know why they decided not to play any game today again. The way they do this,
maybe because of the CAF Champions League. But
what's their business with CAF Champions League?
We've been seeing the games on Sundays.
No, what's their business with CAF Champions League?
I think it still boils down to the preparation. You know, you have to look at the calendar. This the African continent and the way they've organized the CAF and the leagues is in a way that I don't feel like they consult with the CAF. Because if you consult with the CAF like the European teams do, you will hardly see them get affected by fixtures, and then you see them moving the entire roll of fixtures into another day, which was in a proper part of the proper plan in the first place. So you need to do better on their planning. It goes to tell us on the team, because the team feel like they don't even know when their next game is coming. They don't know which fixture is going to. By the time Kwara United, if they proceed in the tournament now, it's going to affect a whole lot of games for them.
Most definitely.
By the time you know it, we having a lot of outstandings.
I remember there was a particular
That's
team,
why Yimba was always having outstandings.
there was a particular team that had like 9 games. They had to play 9 games afterwards. I think it was 2 seasons ago. They allowed them to, because of they played so well in the CAF Champions League. They had to wait for. Was it Yimba?
It was Yimba. Yes, it was Yimba that had all of those. And the team now favored them eventually.
Favored them because they were about 16 or 15. They just moved. And everybody had to be on pause.
Yes, everybody had to wait for them.
It's not fair.
So they need to, the way they do this, because there was nothing that would stop them from saying, okay, play some games today. Shooting Stars, are they playing?
Let them split it. I mean, 10 games.
Shooting Stars, even Khalifa, they are not playing the continent. So why would you be playing some games? I mean, so let's talk about Shooting Stars. They are looking for their first win by all means necessary. First 3 points yet. Khalifa already got 3 points.
3 points, yes.
But this one's no 3 points. Remember the last time they had a visitor in Ibadan, they were beating Black and Bull. I hope they will not be beaten again tomorrow here.
I know that pressure would be on them right now. Every one of them, players, the management, and also the coach, every one of them would actually have like so much to actually deliver, because the fans expect so much from them. And when you look at their stats, their first game at home, where everybody expected that they should have gotten maximum 3 points, even at worst to get a draw, they lost to Bayelsa. Second game against Bendel Insurance, draw against Ikorodu City, where Shola Adilani scored the goal for Ikorodu City. He ended in a draw. And Rivers United, Rivers won that game against Shooting Stars. So in 4 games, they've had 2 draws, 2 lost, and currently, I think they are 19th on table with Barao FC. Don't let me call their fellow relegation, but they just popped into the league. And for Kun Khalifa, their start also is not so good because they just got their first win, and it's against a team that just got out from relegation. That was I'm trying to remember their name right there. If I get their name, I'll say it on the program. So I think for Shooting Star, they have to get all maximum 3 points because they're going to be playing at home. Another opportunity for the fans.
Wait, you mean the team Kun Khalifa won last week?
Yes, El Kanemi Warriors. Yes, El Kanemi Warriors. So for Shooting Stars, I think it's all important for them to actually get all 3 points because it's important right now. They can't continue to keep doing all of these very good graphics, very good management.
I'm making money from fans.
And
you're making it sound like that.
Exactly, you understand?
They are painting the house. They are not painting.
I saw a presser when a particular fan was like, "Shey graphics like my journey." I know. Ibadan people, they are always very. They don't care about that. The most important thing for them is just exactly. They just media. That was what the man said. Just media. So it's important that they should get the win because right now they need to rekindle their fire and also get their name back to the MPFL because in recent time we've not seen Shooting Stars relegate, and right now at the start we are seeing them 19th on table, and there's no time in the MPFL. Once you play 5 games and you're not getting any win, there's trouble in the land.
Most definitely. Trouble in the land.
I mean, for me, Kun Khalifa, Remo tomorrow is, Shooting Star tomorrow is going to be a very interesting one. I think many people will be looking at them as a newly promoted, but for me, I feel they're a more proper team. More proper team. They actually are not in the same place when it comes to being together as a team. They are not in the same place as Shooting Star. I think they're in a better place.
Okay.
Shooting Stars now, they have a new manager, a new management, and everything. But Kun Khalifa has been working. They are a project that has been on for a couple of years now. So this is their first meeting ever, and that's what's going to make it dicey. So whatever happens tomorrow is going to actually go on to show where the Awerero boys are. There should be no excuse for them tomorrow.
Definitely.
Is that how you win tomorrow or you win?
Yes.
There is no draw.
You cannot be losing. You cannot be losing to Kun Khalifa
at home to Kun Khalifa. It won't sound anywhere well. Teams. So if there's any day the pressure should be on them, tomorrow is one of those days.
Pressure Tiwa.
And pressure Tiwa bye. Because the 4 games now, these guys they've won one game, one of their games.
Yeah.
Kun Khalifa, Shooting Stars still trying to get a win. They've drawn 2, lost 1. I think lost 1 or 2.
No, they lost 2.
They lost 2, drew 2.
So it's actually not good place for them to be. But for me, I think tomorrow is going to be a good place to start. I don't want to be saying that it's going to be a draw or anything. It's going to be a good place to start. They are at home, first advantage. As you guys always say that MPFL is home configured.
It's not what we say.
No, it's what you say.
Why he told you was
I was here.
There's no big team.
There's no big team.
No.
Even if I had said that.
What you actually said was that.
Did I lie?
Home team. It's always difficult to win.
The result of last week.
And I saw that as well. I saw it again last week. I'm like, sure, you guys cannot try to prove them wrong. so to the guys, to the shooting stars guys, they actually need to pick themselves up tomorrow. Not in the spirit of MPFL, but in the spirit of putting themselves where they belong. Seriously, they should not be dragging with Kun Khalifa. Anything that makes that game to be 2-2, 3-2 tomorrow. No. Because in the MPFL, people should know that shooting is one of the Manchester United of the MPFL.
Most definitely.
Seriously, we are that big.
All right, talking about other games that will be coming this weekend. Yes, on Monday, Katsina United will play Wiki Tourists. And of course, for Enugu Rangers and Abia Warriors, it's a derby. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but that game has been called up. Well, why are they called up? We're coming to tell you that. They are in the continent as well. Remember, Abia Warriors are playing the continent. Niger Tornadoes and Ikorodu City, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Kwara United and Plateau United also postponed because of CAF Confederations Cup. Remo Stars, Kano Pillars postponed because of Champions League. Academy Warriors and Warri Wolves is for tomorrow at same time at 3 p.m. as well. Of course, the Bayelsa United, Eimba and Bendel Insurance, same time tomorrow, while Bayelsa United and Nasarawa United will be trading tackles. So Barao FC and Rivers United also postponed. Now, why all of these games are postponed is because we have games coming up in the continent. Nigerians are playing in the CAF Champions League as well as the CAF Confederations Cup. Yes, the game starts tomorrow. Yes, today for some games that are going on in the next. That's in the next few moments. Ethiopian Insurance will be playing Bandege. Of course, Mogadishu City will play Police. Ndioli and Orlando Pirates of South Africa, Powering Dynamos, Asak Mimosas will be doing battle. Of course, Cecil de Joachim doing battle against Petro de Luanda. That's all of these games for tomorrow. JSK and Rivers United, that's one of the games for JSK. Our own Rivers United, they're already right there to trade tackles with JSK in the CAF Champions League. Bibian Gold Stars and JS Kabile, Rahimo and Manga Sport, as well as Fasel and MC Orgias, and not forgetting Gaborone United doing battle against Simba FC and Al Hilal Benghazi, and of course Horoya FC. These are the games for today in the CAF Champions League. For tomorrow, Egiko Pius taking on Silver Strikers, Jamus and Ali Hilal, of course the Origin Noah, and of course Al Sabie will be doing battle, as well as Colombe and Giraffe FC, Foundation Bata and Randihu FC. So funny names because they are in the what do they call it? The first phase. Yeah, the first phase of the Champions League. I mean, it shouldn't be a difficult one for Rivers United now, the team they are playing. I mean, the name alone should tell you, JSK.
You know one thing about African football is when you see these club names, you'll
be shocked.
You'll be shocked.
They don't look like their name.
Exactly. And you always struggle to even pronounce some of these names. Because, I mean, they are always so heavy to even pronounce.
Struggle to pronounce
Yes, now. because when I mean, trying to pronounce some of it, when you were mentioning some of the names, I was like, how?
Bibiani Gosta. You wonder how. Where did that meeting held? That they said, let's give the club a name. Angels du Congo.
Yeah, some of the games are already on. Of course, the Ethiopian Insurance play goalless. Anyway, because of the guys who say their names are strong, let's leave it. let's just leave it. But GSK and Rivers United, it shouldn't be a difficult game.
Well, looking at the form of these guys right now, the guys from Congo, I think their form is actually quite good. Yes, because I'm seeing wins. Their last game was a draw, and for Rivers United, they've been having draws. They've not lost this season at the NPFL. So I'm judging based on the NPFL because, I mean, we don't really know so much about this DR Congo side. They are a side that is not, even as a country, they are not so popular. They are just getting their names back into the national level because of the likes of Mbemba, Yohan Wissa. Some of them are not even homegrown. Some of them just came from Europe. That's why DRC Congo are actually getting a name in football right now, or maybe in Africa. So for Rivers United, looking at their form, I don't expect that they should be able to not qualify against these guys. Now, they are going away from home. I know how difficult it is for Nigerian teams to go away from home to get maximum 3 points. Now, I expect them to at least struggle and go there and get maybe a draw. Then bring them to Nigeria. At least they should be able to have the advantage when coming to Nigeria. So, Rivers United, I don't expect a win, honestly, because of how terrible we always perform away from Nigeria. So, maybe a draw in this one if they are able to at least contain those guys from DRC Congo. And, and eventually get to Nigeria. They should be able to maybe make it a 3 points and eventually leave this round and qualify to the next one.
Most definitely. For the CAF Champions League, I mean, the Confederation Cup, we have two of our guys there. Of course, Abia Warriors playing Joliba of Mali. Of course, Ashanti Kotoko hosting Kwara United right there in Ghana. These two games are for 4 p.m. tomorrow. I mean, Joliba and, of course, Abia Warriors is the first time they'll be in this, type of competition.
I mean, they actually won't say they don't know they are going to CAF now. What I expect them to be doing long before the season started is to be making a kind of signing, a kind of changes that shows that they are going to, CAF Champions League. Because the last thing they want to do is to go in there with the same team that actually, got them into that place. The MPFL, we know definitely is not at the level to actually compete at the CAF Champions League stage. So the best they can at least do for themselves is to improve the team, which I don't know what they've done with their teams. But of course, going there, one of the things I expect them to go do is make a statement. Definitely, Rivers United is one of the big guns in the league at the moment. Definitely. One of the things they can go there is to make a statement. They have a manager that is well experienced, well versed, of course, in the continent as well. So the best thing they can do for themselves, go there, make a statement, not to go and start eyeing the trophy or anything. Go there, one game at a time, make a statement. And away from home, like we always like, if it is not in their DNA already, that MPFL teams don't win away. That's another problem they actually will face going into Continental now, knowing pretty well that they have this kind of mentality where they feel like it's always difficult to win away from home. But at Continental, no one cares about. They should not care about that. We saw what happened in the Champions League in the course of the midweek. Anyone, as long as you are better on the day, you win. It doesn't matter whether you've won it 20 times or 30 times. So they should not go in there feeling like a rookie, feeling like it's their first time. Of course, it's going to tell on them. I mean, it's always going to tell on them. But they should go in there and just try and be better on the night and make sure that they don't have too many errors. Eventually, who knows? They might go like crawling, like jumping, like limping. They might go all the way, and let's say maybe as far as we can see. But I don't want to be dreaming.
So you don't want to be dreaming. Okay. All right. Quickly, let's talk about, the Flamingos. They had back-to-back win in their warm-up game. Of course, it tells you that they are really preparing very well. Of course, for Flamingos to the under-20 boys now, those ones, what is the level of their preparations now? Bam Bam, they are your boys.
I now work closely with them.
Because you like to talk about them.
I actually like them. I like age grade. the fact that even in Nigeria, we've seen under 17s win the World Cup. So I always like to give so much.
Because you talked about them earlier when we were talking. We were even talking about other sports. Yeah. You already jumped on that 20, meaning they are your guys.
I love under 20 Nigerian teams, honestly. But then I think they are really preparing for what is to become at Chile, because right now they are already there and they've started training. They want to have a friendly game, according to the coach, friendly game, and before heading to the World Cup itself. Now, looking at the squad, I think there's quality there. Some players who were the qualifiers, like Bamei, who just made a move out of Nigeria, and Akot, Ariei, some of these top players, they've been called back into the team. Particularly, I'm not happy that a certain Amole is not in the team, but the coach knows why he is bringing some of them, because this is the international level. We expect that some of these players that have had international experience would actually make up the Nigerian team and actually do better than some of these players that are playing in the NPFL. We actually have like younger players in the NPFL. Maybe it feels like this is a World Cup and we need to bring players from the diaspora or players that have made that move to Europe but they are still under 20 to actually participate in this one. I'm particularly not happy about it. I expect that, Nigerian players or players that are under 20 that are in Nigeria right now should have the bulk of the share. But it's the European guys, the ones that have made that move already, who are already big. Because they are, yes, definitely, because sometimes or most of the times we see these age grade competitions as a way of bettering these lives of players or to push them forward. Like the likes of Victor James Osimhen, they were in the academy before they eventually got to the under-17 and eventually they won it and big clubs started coming. But these ones are already there. They are big because they made a move out of Nigeria. Some of them from academies in Nigeria to Europe. But now they are still the one having the lion's share. But the coach knows best, as Zuberu. Most times, it's all about keeping your job and you would want the best of legs to actually go and deliver at certain competitions like this. It's not the best in Nigeria. I'm expecting a big one for them. Maybe quarterfinals, semi-finals. Winning it might be tough, but at least they can go on to do well.
Why are you doing?
Under 20 quarterfinals since when? He's actually we are not there right now. Africa. We saw them at the what's it called? The Nations Cup. We saw what they did. We saw how was it not the same thing?
Yeah, they didn't score goals. It was just defense.
Was it not the same thing?
No, Bambam said they've changed the team.
Some of them.
So you're telling me the ones they now got, the one they just pick now are better? No, we actually have not seen those ones at all.
They put more professionals.
They're actually the one I fear most. The ones we have actually not tested them at all. This one they are going now.
But
they've only played one international teams.
Yeah, some of them at least Brazil, some of them at least in the diaspora. Although not the Premier League, not the popular leagues.
When you say in the diaspora, you're talking about guys playing in Iran, playing in third division in Brazil. You're talking about diaspora. Diaspora, IPFL is still way better than many diaspora. But seriously speaking, I feel like I can't speak much for these guys because we have actually not seen anything about them. The guys that are going, except by Bamei that I know. I don't know another Danny. Akot Abi.
The
goalkeeper. You should know that one.
Others, I don't know where they are coming from, and we are going to be seeing them maybe for the first time when they will be in the main tournament.
Okay.
And I don't know what the manager's plan, but like you said, feel free to dream.
No, he's our spokesperson. It's all good. So he's been telling us that he will do it. Okay, let's have a breather now. When we return, definitely we'll be going to the foreign scene where we talk about the league actions. Of course, actions going down everywhere in Spain, in Italy, France, Germany, and of course, England. The big one, Manchester United, Chelsea. What's your prediction? We are seeing your predictions. Keep dropping them on Facebook. Drop them on the group. Sports group on WhatsApp as well, and we'll be taking your calls very shortly. Keep it locked right here. Don't move a muscle. It's just for us to return and bring you the live actions of all of these league matches all across the world. Keep it locked right here. Bam Bam Sportsia, the finest here right here.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 4 p.m.
Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody.
It's a farewell night for some of these players. Some of them will never be seen in national colours ever again. But it's a night when both teams want to go out with a victory.
I break bones, rough tackling, hella hard. You bet I'm playing with a full deck of yellow cards. You better guard your 18-yard box. Cause I'm an ox and I rocks on the pitch, spit you froze up. Attack defenses crumble when the mode rolls up. The game is in my palm like I'm 10 goes up. Anytime I write a bomb track, my pen blows up before the show's up. Hey, I'm MVP. If you envy me, you get more than the finger. Cause I corner phonies and cross them better than skillful wingers. I go way back like Walter Zenga. Me to you is Alex Ferguson to Arsene Wenger. I got more shine than Colina's bald head. Quick on the draws with both cards, yellow and red. You dread the way I take it to the next level. Burst up, I'll be right back like Gary Neville.
Took aim and it was deadly aim. Look for a shot in here. It's a thrilling shot. It's a thrilling goal. Fires a ball in and they do have a goal. Before we go for goal. Oh, it's an own goal.
Yo, even if you threw your leg up and hit the referee's assistant with your right foot, you wouldn't kick a linesman. A Mode 9 track with no punchlines, man. That's a rumor nigga like Karl Heinz, man. You're like a blind man. You can't see me. I put you on defensive like Paolo Maldini. Been nice way before Michel Platini. I close mark the mic, feet back, they screaming free me. Scoring head and net, remember Rashidi Yakini. You wanna be me cause I got more game than Safari. Why don't rappers use their head like Victor Agali? No food for thought, y'all straight up stop me. I'm ahead like Scaravi, better than the villain. My cold flow bring more AC to Milan. Play me on my turf and find out who top villain. You're gonna lose hair like Zidane and Zidane.
Well, he can do damage and he will try and do damage here. Can't find a colleague this time. The game's still in the balance.
Most definitely, that's the sound. When the football game is going on without this sound, the football game is not sweet. I tell you, Modo, my man Modo right here, doing that one for all football fans. Mode 9 is a goal. Okay, welcome to the segment where we talk about what's happening everywhere in the world right now. The league actions all across the world. Everything moving on. Big time. So welcome to the ride. And this is how we represent. If you're ready, let's begin to roll it right about now. All right, let's begin with the action going down in the EPL. Yeah, talking about the English Premier League, Liverpool and Everton. It was a Merseyside derby. We talked about it last night, talking about Bam Bam and I. We talked about it last night. Second half was more or less for Everton, but unfortunately they couldn't meet up to level the score. But I saw the game, I was like, no, this Everton, this season, people should watch out for Everton, Bam Bam, as we said last night.
Yeah, very good side. And I and Daniel were having a discussion, and Daniel was saying David Moyes is a blessing to them, honestly, because he knows how to manage.
I think he's the one that has their key.
Yes. And he knows how to manage maybe a struggling team. Yeah. That's what we know David Moyes for right there. Maybe if it's a top team, he wouldn't be able to handle it, because we've seen David Moyes with Manchester United and so on.
And now Man U is struggling, so maybe he
I actually believe that. I believe Moyes actually is one of the managers up there. He went to West Ham and he made a very strong one for them. They missed him. So they missed him after he left West Ham. I think it was won the Conference League for them. So he's a very top manager. But Man United skills,
why did they allow him?
I don't want us to bring it in.
I really don't understand, because then I think
after it was the sale of many players, including Declan Rice. He was not happy about the move of Declan Rice. And that's what leads to the fallout with the owners and eventually.
I don't know why some owners will just like to sell and you will not recoup.
No,
and you want
you can't blame them.
You can't blame some of
them. They can't win trophies.
Wait, you want the coach and you want because the coach is always the one to be sacked.
Yeah, actually, for mid-table teams like that, that's the only way. Like you can't ask Brighton manager,
that's the only way they can make money too.
That's the only way they can make money.
Look at Girona now; they are suffering it.
They are suffering.
Every good player.
And this Girona is managed by the same owners that own Manchester City.
Yeah,
the same thing will still happen to the team like Strasbourg in France. So it's just one of the things that happens to mid-table teams who feel like we don't have any strong claim on the league, the actual trophy. So let's just make sure we are making money. So the fans might not be happy. The coaches might feel like you are playing with my, my effort and all of that.
I cannot allow you to mess up my career.
So if you feel that you are playing with your career, then go where you can prove yourself.
Okay. So the game ended 2-1, Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Of course, a beautiful goal by Idrissa Gana Gueye. That was a strike. Beautiful one. And of course, for Ekitike, the good performance continues for him. I don't know Ekitike now. My mind keeps telling me, will Ekitike allow Isak to shine?
That's the thing.
My question was, what I asked you the other time was, will Ekitike actually allow Salah to shine again? Because right now Salah has 2 goals.
No, they play together. But Isak is on the bench.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that now those goals he gets now are goals that Salah normally gets. Salah likes to encroach into the center area. And Ekitike,
he's not holding Salah's leg now.
He's not holding Salah's leg, but then I think if the manager is very, very strong, he's going to tell players that this is what I want you to do. Salah, we have a number 9 now. You have to help in putting pressure on that side of the pitch, not leaving that side. You come too very often into the box, and that's one of the things that would make the manager to have a headache now. Because now Ekitike is delivering. You have a 150 million pound striker on the bench that you've given the number 9 shirt.
Wasted money now.
The entire Newcastle village people are looking at him now.
My God.
As regards it, I think I love what Ekitike is doing, taking his opportunities, and good one for Ancelotti. I thought that Ancelotti was going to play Alexander Isak, but it turned out that he played Ekitike and he scored a goal. So this man is trying to show that maybe he can be benched, and there's Isak right there. Now the competition lies there, and is it a blessing for Liverpool? Definitely it is too, because Alexander Isak too, if he's been called up to start the game, he would want to make an instant impact. So I just think that both of them, they are still very much young. Isak is 25, Ekitike is 23. So right now they should be more focused on winning laurels, because both Ekitike and this man Isak, maybe they've not won top laurels. Now, winning the Premier League will be big for both of them.
Definitely.
So they should be focused on having to put their best anytime they are being called up. So I think Ancelotti actually got a good one by buying both of them, both Ekitike and Isak, and so many competitions. So there's the Champions League. Look at it, was Isak that started the Champions League, and probably next week, I think in 2 weeks' time, we're still going to see the Champions League. So it can always shuffle them.
And seriously speaking, the team Liverpool's got right now, very strong team.
Very strong.
It looks like they want to retain
6 wins in 6 games, including the Champions League as well. So that goes to tell that if we are not afraid of them, now is the time. Because they played Arsenal.
And now is the time to respect Arne Slot.
I don't want to actually say I don't want to say that yet. He has actually not been through the baptism.
No, you know why I say so? Actually, in the history of Liverpool, he's the first person to win all of his first games. He did it last season. He's doing it again this season. Yet people kept saying he inherited.
Why people still feel like that is because this Liverpool side now, don't forget they are champions. And once you're champion, you still ride on that for a while in the league. You ride on that. Even the officiating, to some extent, still respect you when you are wearing the golden badge, to some extent. We saw what they did against Burnley last game. It wasn't one of the best performances you expect from a champion against Burnley. It was until 93rd minute.
It's not that they've been playing fantastically.
That's what
they're only getting the result.
That's why many people have actually not been giving the manager the crown.
Yes.
I still feel like it's still escaping.
People that watch the game.
Even the Atletico Madrid game. Atletico Madrid are not in the best place yet. So it's barely just getting
the win.
So it's not yet laid the
ground. Everton almost finished them second half.
Exactly. So the second half, Everton came very strong, and if the game had gone on for maybe a couple of more minutes, it would have ended in a draw. So, and that's what I'm saying. They are not like Manchester City. When Man City was winning the league back to back, they were ridiculous. They will grab your throat. You will break you.
They want to kill everybody.
They will kill you from 63 minutes. You're already saying referee, you are tired.
You are throwing it, thinking of throwing it.
And that is what is missing with Arsenal. That luck that Liverpool is having now. You need a bit of that as well in the EPL.
You need luck now.
EPL can be very unfair. Sometimes you feel like you play very well, but then you don't get a win. But Liverpool are getting that. They don't play very well, but they are getting the wins. And by the time they will get themselves These kind of wins will help them a lot.
Definitely.
By the time they will be back as a team. So I fear the team, but not the manager yet.
Okay, all right. For other games going on right now, as we speak, about 4 games going on. Brighton playing Tottenham Hotspur. It is 2-1 in favor of Brighton right now. I mean, I wonder how Tottenham even went and capitulated and let them be led 2-0 in the first half. But somehow they came through with Richarlison. Put 2-1 back. The game is still on right now, and let's see how it ends. Burnley and Nottingham Forest 1-1. That is what the game is giving us right now. West Ham United are also playing at the London Stadium. It is West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 1. And Wolves are being beaten like criminals at their backyards by Leeds United, new boys, 3-1. That game is going right now. And the big one in the next, how many minutes now? I think 1 hour, 15, 17 minutes. Manchester United and Chelsea. That is the star match of this day. And of course, Fulham, Brentford will be playing later tonight. For the games in the La Liga going on right now, Levante have defeated Girona. Yes, he talked about it. They are talking about Daniel. Girona, the Man City light of La Liga. They were beaten like criminals. 4-0. That game ended. Real Madrid right now playing Espanyol. 1-0. The game is going on at this time. Half-time scoreline 1-0 in favor of Real Madrid. Other games, Deportivo Alaves will be playing Sevilla. That will be at 5:30. Villarreal will play Osasuna at the same time, while at 8:30 later, Valencia we hold Athletic Club. That's Bilbao right there. In the Bundesliga, 4 games are going on as we speak. Mainz 05 are dealing with Augsburg, beating them like criminals. It is 4-0. They beating them at home like criminals. Hamburger SV beating FC Hodenheim 2-0, while Offenham also they have been beaten like thieves who stole a goat in the market by Bayern Munich. 3-0 is what is happening. Bayern Munich, they don't want to allow anyone this season. Werder Bremen also being beaten like criminals at home by Freiburg. 3-0, the same thing. RB Leipzig and FC Cologne will be playing later. Let's talk about Bayern Munich now. It's like this guy has all of the firepower he needs this season. The coach, and he's ready to kill everyone.
I mean, if you look at Harry Kane, scored 2 goals already. I don't know if the one that scored the 3rd goals for them already. He's got into that league. I think that's what fits him. Farmers League.
Yeah.
He's getting goals.
3.
He's got the 3rd goals.
Yeah.
So this season now he's scored about 15 goals.
15 goals
this season already.
Yeah. Season I just started.
Tell
me how many
he has scored. Yeah, wow. he had before the Chelsea game he had 11 goals. Scored 2 against Chelsea. Now 3 goals. Yeah. It's unfair. It's unfair.
No, it's even 16 goals.
16 goals now. So you can imagine
5 games.
That league is like a walkover for him. He's just enjoying it because that's what I say. When you first pass your test in the EPL rather, he's among the top 3 in the EPL all-time highest goal scorer.
Yeah, definitely.
Top 3. Yeah. Now he went to Bundesliga. It's going to be like, what are you doing here? Just knocking them down.
When you're already strong, it's like someone who's used to driving automatic.
It's the one that is
manual trailer.
Exactly.
You now give you a very small
to go as if you are playing here again. So it's more that is making Vincent Kompany's job to look like he's a good manager now. Because seriously speaking,
it's not like Vincent
I don't want to believe that Vincent Kompany is a good manager. But
so that's where it fits him. Farmers League.
Let him do the same in Champions League. It's all happened with him in the Champions League last season. But I just feel like
he beat you like thief now.
Not last season.
This year.
And that was not a beating.
2-3 days ago, he beat you.
That was not a beating.
What happened?
That was just a normal defeat.
Which one is abnormal defeat?
It's 4-0, 5-0,
3-1.
3-1. It wasn't like
he
that.
Beat you like thief. He said 3-1. He said
Palace is making like beats.
What is 3-1?
3-1 is it not beating?
See me this one.
If you can the man you they beat like that, what would you say?
I would still say it's a defeat.
No, I know you say
Man United lost 3-0 to Manchester City over the weekend. That's beating.
They beat them.
Chelsea scored a goal. You look at the Chelsea side we're talking about here. The one with the highest Champions League experience is Reece James with 26 Champions League.
Anyway,
others were just making
them start giving us all
that's the thing.
All I know is
the same squad that won the Club World Cup final.
Wait,
the Club World Cup is new to everybody.
Okay.
It's
whether you like it or not, they beat you like
it wasn't a beating, and you will see what I will do to you this evening.
Okay, let's go to that game now. Manchester United, Chelsea. I mean, even if Man U are dying, when they meet Chelsea, always a different game. And of course, always a different ball game. Last season, Chelsea couldn't be there.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago.
No, we beat them last season.
Yeah, 1 year.
So sorry. 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
All of the games they met.
That was when Chelsea was still as poor as they were.
But last season you beat them just once.
Yeah.
Last season, yeah. And it
1-0.
It was that's
and it was just 1-0.
And it wasn't just 1-0. It
now,
was
okay, that now it's not.
It's not just
I didn't say it's a
just-
victory. I'm not saying it wasn't just a 1-0. When you win a derby like that, it's always a very important victory. But I want him to say something first.
As regards the game, thank God you are Chelsea. He is Man.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you expecting this evening?
No, you talked yesterday. You talked. He has already. He was here yesterday. He has given his analysis.
Well, I think he's afraid.
Why?
Bobola is afraid.
Why?
Every Man United fan that is by their radio set now, they are scared. And what's going to happen to them this evening?
Okay, no.
Because the only way they are going to escape this evening is if the officials didn't do what they are supposed to do very well. I fear that already. It's Old Trafford. Man United is in trouble. We know they are British favourite. Everybody knows that they are the.
But right now, Chelsea is the pride of England.
Pride of England, but
because winning
we all still
on
know.
International level.
We all know that
Chelsea
when it comes to wayo thing to
Yeah.
help teams like that, they've gotten more of that. But to be honest, to be very sincere, it's going to be an interesting game. I was talking with Bam Bam the other time. I think the only derby in the EPL now that kind of can deliver very well is Chelsea Man U. We know Man U Man City now is miles apart.
Yeah.
They are not in the same place. Chelsea, Arsenal also the same way, and Liverpool, Arsenal the same way. But Chelsea, Man U kind of have the same, almost similar situation right now. Man U have a more senior team. Chelsea have a more younger side. Chelsea just coming off into what we call, getting themselves. Man United still testing waters of, everything. So tonight, I think the team to defeat tonight is Chelsea. They are the one in a better side with a better team as well and a better manager. While that is there, I still feel like it's a derby. It won't matter who you are, it won't matter, and it's at Old Trafford. If there's anything they are telling the boys now is, hello, don't sack her.
Why are you calling it a derby? They are not in the same city now.
It's still a derby.
It's not a derby.
I mean, it's still a derby.
They are just two enemies.
Just two enemies, and that's a very, very serious one. But to me, as a Chelsea fan, what am I expecting going into the game? It's a win. And it's not just a win. It's a serious beating. I know you won't say that.
You want to beat them like this?
I want
you think it's possible?
Them.
Bamba.
I don't think so, honestly. When you look at the recent meetings.
But where did you get the liver to say that?
Well, I see. I can bow down and say Man City easily would have Man U for barbecue chicken. But Chelsea, I will always say that Chelsea always struggle against United. See, in their recent outings, you would always see that Chelsea is always a slim win. Even when Chelsea they are at home.
Please, wherever I say there is production, please record this part.
Yes, a 1-0.
Record this part.
You see 1-0. Sometimes you see draws. And one thing I just really don't find suitable is the approach from Ruben Amorim. Now, the tactics, because I still have a problem with the three at the back, 4 midfielders and 3 attackers. Now, I feel like one of the key guys that understand this match is Bruno Fernandes, and I expect that Bruno Fernandes should have his freedom, not playing as a midfielder, sitting deep alongside maybe Casemiro, Ugarte, or Kobe Mainoo. I expect that he should have all of this freedom.
A while ago, I mean, this guy said I told you some crazy things he said yesterday. A while ago, he said something again that not even the Pope could make him change his tactics.
Exactly. That's. I think he just displayed arrogance there, because
not even the Pope.
if your tactics with
everybody is saying the tactics, that means he's actually aware that everybody's castigating the tactics.
Exactly.
For him to say not even the Pope could make him change it.
When you see when Man U wasn't even playing well, Bruno Fernandes was putting up top performance, scoring 16 goals, and they were still down
creating
there.
chances,
was even scoring goals. But right now, when you see that your players, the top players, are not even playing well, the guys that have been consistent with Manchester United for overtime are not even playing well, you need to change something about it. The midfield that you think you are trying to shield, or your defense that you are trying to shield, you are seeing that it's so porous that even small teams like Grisby, they are scoring you. So he has to look for something to do when it comes to that formation. And I think he's just displaying arrogance for him to come out to say in a presser that you can't come out to say that.
I think
someone appointed you and you are coming out to say even the Pope.
It's like you smoke something.
The truth, actually, I feel every manager wants to be like that, but I don't think you're supposed to say it out.
I mean, not even the Pope.
You know what you are going to do.
You can put it in your mind.
Yes. Now, it goes to show that the man is not having it already. He's losing it. He's losing his mind on this job. And the way I read Ruben Amorim, the way he speaks, the way his voice breaks when he speaks.
He said man is the only coach, the only club he wishes to coach. He doesn't want to go anywhere.
So, many of the club team managers that are coming to the team, they've gone through what is going through right now. One of the things you have to do when you are going through stuff like this is keep your cool. They will frustrate you in the press. These guys don't know anything about your job. They are media guys.
Yeah.
You get. So they might sound as if they are teaching you your job. They ask him the question very straight, and I know that can be very offensive. The guy asked him that your tactics is not working. Do you want to change? And you will feel like, who are you? Even no poker. No, you're supposed to keep your cool. We've seen the likes of Jose Mourinho.
Pep Guardiola would navigate questions like
Mourinho will tell you, I can't teach you how to do your job. Don't teach me how to do your job. I know when to change, and I'll change when to change. But you said the same thing after the defeat at Man City. You said the same thing post-match conference, pre-match conference against Chelsea now, that you are not ready to change, not even Pope. Now you are sending a message to your owners and to the players that you don't know how to keep your cool.
This is how we have.
Why does it need to bring the Pope into all of this?
You know why this can be very dangerous now is he's going to continue on the wrong path because of his pride. Even when he should make the change, he's going to be like, now everybody wants me to make the change.
Exactly.
Even though I'm wrong, I will not make the change. Now you will kill the team. So the only thing that will happen now is, because they asked him, he responded when they asked him, you had a meeting with the owners, and he responded in a very funny way. He said he offered me a new contract, and he laughed. I know that was a joke. But what that is trying to say is that you actually had a meeting with the owners.
Yeah.
That means your future is already in question. There's a question mark. Should he go and lose this game again today?
Yeah.
They will still present the same thing to him at the press. Exactly. What's he going to say then? Because you coming out to use the word the Pope.
Exactly.
You are calling and you are joking with an office that is very serious.
I mean, it's just like saying
I'm telling you, a Pope cannot tell you to change. What are you saying?
This is England, that every word you say, they
it's
take it serious.
Important.
Exactly.
So, sometimes we might look at it that you just try to say that I would continue to stick with it.
It's
better to say that than to come out to use
the Pope.
Exactly.
I know managers that you are saying that they will just be smiling and say, are you true? Okay, I will change it next game.
Exactly.
Next question, please.
Exactly.
That's it.
I mean,
that will downs the question. Nobody wants to answer.
Some will tell you, I don't have an answer to you.
I will say, do you have an idea how to play the next game for me? Send it to me. I will consider it.
And everybody will laugh.
Everybody will laugh. That's
exactly.
the end.
Okay. Anyway, let's hope that using the Pope will not sack him as soon as possible, because he had a meeting with the owner on Thursday,
and he's calling the office of the Pope
2 days later.
It's just because he's Sergeant Ratcliffe. If it was Abramovich,
he's gone. No, Moby, Abramovich. We stayed this long. No, 3 games.
One meeting, you're off.
One the private jet.
That's it. Let's talk about it. The other big game in the EPL this weekend, Man City, Arsenal. I mean, in recent times, Arsenal has been they seem to be having an upper edge over Man City. Will it continue tomorrow again?
Yeah, both teams have actually been struggling. Yes.
Is Arsenal struggling?
No, Man City has been struggling in the Premier League. Arsenal, for me, they're just like Liverpool. So I still expect so much from them with the qualities of players that they have.
They've not been convincing in
they've not been convincing in their style of play. So I think both of them right now, they struggle. But in recent time, it's been Arsenal having the edge, dominating Man City. But one of the things is still very much fresh in the league. Maybe if we've gone like 10, 15 games, then I would have actually like pictured a particular side that is doing really well. Both of them, for me, they are still on a slow start. Fine. Arsenal, they've won more. Man City, on the other hand, they've had loss this season. But then, I still think Man City, they put up a type of a very strong squad. And I think I always believe in them. Even though they lose tomorrow, they lose the next game, I always believe so much in their squad. Because when you see Renedes, you see Rodri, you see Foden, I mean, you just have that level of confidence that these guys can actually do something maybe later in the season. But looking at the game, I think looking at the momentum towards the game, Arsenal have the edge, definitely, because of the wins that they've had. But then the likes of Eze, the likes of Gyökeres, the likes of Madueke, do they understand what it means like to be playing against a Man City? If it was Saka there, and maybe one of these guys, maybe Gyökeres, Saka, Odegaard, I mean, these guys understand what it means like, because you always see them going loggerhead against Man City. Remember when Alan scored and he threw the ball on Gabriel Magalhaes head? So it's always a fight. They are trying to make it as big as the way Manchester United and Chelsea is like. So I think maybe the likes of Eze, the likes of Madueke, they don't understand how it is like, because they are just new to the club. Everybody is trying to get themselves together. So I think with this with the analysis, maybe Man City win. But right now, when you look at it on paper right now, because of what Arsenal is doing, yes, you might just give it to Arsenal. But I think Man City would have an easy one against them, honestly.
Man City will win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the two teams, like what I said, you look very formidable side. For me, Arsenal's asset right now is the defense. They've got that. And when you look at the firepower of Man City's attack as well, I mean, you can just tell that it's going to be an interesting game. Doku, Haaland. Doku is in very strong form at the moment
right now.
So it's going to be an interesting game. But I think if there's anyone with a hedge tomorrow, it's still Manchester City. They've got a manager that actually has a strong CV on how to deliver Premier League. Of course, against Arsenal, they always find it very difficult in a way. But I think it's a different side now. Manchester City, Arsenal side, in a way, they are both going to be new. Because Eze will be in the game tomorrow, the same as Madueke. Not having Saka, like Bam Bam said, will tell on them in a way.
I understand
it will. It's the front line for Arsenal tomorrow. It's entirely new. Gyökeres, Eze, Madueke, totally new. I feel those guys can be kept quiet by the Man City defense to some extent, because I don't see the threat so much as Saka. Saka has a CV against Man City. He will always deliver. Even Man City does know that this is one guy to. But
seeing him will be like, he's live.
But when they see Madueke, he still have to work to build fear in defenders at the moment.
I know the guy will not be in the game.
I know the guy will not be in the game. So, like he said, I think it's I'll be leaning on Man City's side to win, or maybe the game ends in a draw. But I don't think Arsenal can actually get a win.
Okay, Arsenal can win. Okay, so the guys are giving you the clue now for you to, if you want to predict the game, because we open up the phone line very shortly. What we'll do is you predict one for today. Then ahead of, since there will not be complete sport tomorrow, you predict that one in advance. We just want to give you an extra. That one in advance. The one you're predicting today is Manchester United, Chelsea. Then if you want to put in the prediction of Man City, Arsenal as well, you can put it so that when we come on Monday, if we say a winner, we'll also give you the opportunity to win. But we will not put them together. You understand what we're saying? Because ordinarily we're supposed to put them together. You must get the two. But today's zone, we'll put it separate. We'll put tomorrow's zone separate. We'll open the phone line very shortly. But let's just wrap up with all of the analysis so that you will not disturb what we're doing here. Well, same time tomorrow, AFC Bournemouth will be playing Newcastle United. And Sunderland will be hosting Aston Villa for the games tomorrow. Now, tomorrow in the the La Liga, Rayo Vallecano will play Celta Vigo. Mallorca will play Atletico Madrid. Elche will host Real Oviedo, the ones who have been beaten like criminals. And Barcelona and Getafe will be doing the battle at 8 p.m. In the Bundesliga tomorrow, Eintracht Frankfurt will host Union Berlin, Bayer Leverkusen will host Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Borussia Dortmund will be doing battle against Wolfsburg. Borussia Dortmund seems to be getting their mojo back this season.
Yeah, they seem to be getting their mojo. And when you look at the players that are there, I think they didn't do the usual thing that they usually do, is selling off their players or selling some of them to Bayern.
Maybe the main business.
The main business, and keeping the likes of Karim Adeyemi, Guirassy. You see, their captain Julian Brandt is also there. So they didn't sell most of their players. They kept most of them, and these are the guys that even in the Champions League they played so well last season. So if you look at the Borussia Dortmund side, you see the same guys of last season. And they are still continuing to put in up top performances this season. So I expect that they are not new when it comes to the Bundesliga. I mean, they've won it before. They've been giving Bayern Munich a very, very tough fight. So now that they are keeping their players and they understand that they mean business right now, so you expect consistency from them. If Guirassy scores 20 goals, they would be aiming at scoring 23 goals. Right now, it's close to Harry Kane. Now 4 goals now because of the hat-trick that Harry Kane has scored 8 goals. So seeing Harry Kane, Guirassy too would want to be up there. Maybe we want to score 2 goals, so at least be at the level at which Harry Kane he is right now. So, and also Karim Adeyemi, who had the motivation of the Champions League. So Borussia Dortmund, they are not a new side, and now that they are keeping their players, hopefully they can put up top performances to be at that level of Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich, can they actually get to the level of Bayern Munich this season?
It's actually always a dream for them to be at their level. It's always a dream.
If it's a dream, you work towards a dream now, in reality, but they hardly work towards making the dream a reality.
Every time they are close to the dream, it looks like they are Bayern Munich's second team. Suddenly the players goes to the Bayern Munich. because we remember when Mario Götze, Lewandowski, incredible team that time they built.
I think Bayern Munich has a way of they will just be watching the best player from
the players around them. They just pick the best player and they make their side stronger to maybe compete in Europe.
In the Bundesliga, that they always use.
I think it's about I think it's about money
because they always have a way of making formidable.
But Borussia Dortmund is really has a very reputation of having best strikers, always producing the best strikers. Aubameyang, Lewandowski, Erling Haaland.
Yes.
Once there is time for them to reap, they go. Is that they go to
want to make money from those people?
Because they want to make money and they don't know that they are always close to Bayern Munich. I mean, just last season, a couple of seasons ago, we watched what Bayer Leverkusen did. Just from underneath their nose, Bayer Leverkusen came, jumped over them, won the Bundesliga with Xabi Alonso, and now Bayer Leverkusen is back to where.
Yes, because they sold most of their players. In fact, Bayern bought a player from there, their defender.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they are always using the best player to reinforce Bayern Munich. So that's why I say it's always going to be a dream for them. They can't get to be like Bayern Munich because I feel like it's a monopoly out there in the Bundesliga. Everyone is just everyone is just on Bayern Munich.
It's like there's a meeting that all of you should always let Bayern Munich be strong.
Don't let this thing turn to fight. Okay? Bayern Munich is your senior brother.
Exactly. 45.
At least 45 for Champions League.
Yes, 45 Bayern Munich very well. So maybe Bayern Munich has a way of settling them.
Seriously, I feel in a way maybe because it's their Bundesliga. That's why people call it the Farmers League. We were saying the same thing about PSG as well. Just that PSG don't do the same thing. They don't get to pick players and then make it there. So that's why you look at Borussia Dortmund. What again do they need? By the time Jude Bellingham will become a mature player now, he's either going to Bayern Munich or going to Real Madrid. By the time Guirassy will produce the same thing he produced last season, he will be going to another club. They don't have They don't have what it takes to say, you know what? Let's also stomach this pain for 1 year.
Let's bring in guys to join these guys.
Well, if you look at you can actually bring out Hakimi, a product of Borussia Dortmund.
That's true.
You look at
Dembele,
Gundogan, great guys.
I mean, Marigosa,
coming through that Nuri, all of them coming through those guys. They have a reputation. They've been like that for years, and yet they're always looking at the top like this. Always been a dream. And it's sad that when you say that, despite all of these guys, they've never won the Bundesliga. In those guys' time, they never won the Bundesliga. Exactly. It was still Bayern Munich because those were the era of Ribéry, Robben, Gomez, and all of those. They've never been so close. Toni Kroos and all of that.
Even most recently, they were going to win the Bundesliga last game.
The last day. They lost it on the last day.
A couple of seasons ago. Just about last game, and they lost
it on the last day. That was 3 seasons.
It's actually a season where I feel like I think this is arranged. Because how do you lose on the last
day?
Last day at home.
That's why I say it's like there's a meeting amongst the team in the Bundesliga that look, you guys cannot be better than this team.
Maybe the compensation they pay them is more than actually winning the league.
So God have mercy. Okay, in the Serie A, a game has been completed earlier. Bologna and Genoa, it ended 2-1 in favor of the host. And of course, Hellas Verona will be playing Juventus. That match is at 5 p.m. And Udinese will be doing battle against AC Milan. I mean, AC Milan, Hellas Verona. AC Milan, Udinese. Is there anything to expect from Udinese going up against AC Milan? And of course, Hellas Verona and Udinese, Juventus as well.
Verona, right now, I'm surprised at the odds that they're giving Verona because, I'm seeing a better Juventus side. A side now that has Vlahovic, they have fantastic Udis. He's stepping up as the number 10.
And they are not giving Verona such odd.
They are giving they're giving Juventus high odds. They expect that maybe there should be a draw or maybe Verona shocking them. So I expect that Juventus should have this one easy for them. So I think Juventus would win for me because they seem to be getting themselves together. They've gotten new players. Now if you see their bench now, you see squad there. Conceição, that very young sensation from Portugal, is even on their bench. So you look at their attack, you see very fantastic players and also very good players at the defense and midfield. Everything is sealed up. And we saw what happened in their Champions League game, although it was a 3-3, but still you would see that they can actually score goals. Exactly. And I think it's very, very much important when you can score goals and you have very fantastic attackers. So for me, I would tip Juventus to win. And AC Milan, Udinese, both of them, for me, they've lost they've lost that very good energy. AC Milan, for me, very, very terrible right now. They sold most of their players. Yeah, Yunus Musa, they sold him to Atalanta. Renedas at the midfield, they sold him to Man City. So, I mean, who is left? So, they got a couple of new players, but all these guys, it's just how sad. You just see AC Milan right now, and you think about the 2006 when the likes of Ronaldinho, they were there, and Seedorf, and you just look at how they fell off so bad. Because if Udinese were still doubting that they would get maximum 3 points, it's just how bad AC Milan is right now, honestly.
Very, very bad. Okay, tomorrow in the Italian Serie A, Lazio will be playing AS Roma. Of course, Cremonese will play Parma. And Torino will host Atalanta. Our own boy should be back in that game, talking about Ademola Lookman. Fiorentina and Como did some magic last season. Let's hope it continues this season as well against Fiorentina. And Inter Milan will play Sassuolo in the game. But let's quickly to League On now. So we open up the phone line for you shortly. Paris FC tomorrow will play Strasbourg. That's Chelsea Light, as I call them. AS Monaco will play Mainz, and Auxerre will host Toulouse. And of course, the Le Havre will play Lorient. And of course, Marseille will do battle against PSG. Marseille PSG. That should be a game. That should be a cracker on a normal level.
On the normal levels, because we saw what Madrid did against Marseille did against Real Madrid in the Champions League in the midweek. But that's a normal level, right? Watch them tomorrow now. It's not going to be a normal level. They might win them like 5-6-0 tomorrow, but it's like that. Every one of them, the Bundesliga and the Ligue 1 is two leagues that I feel like needs an intervention, or maybe the international body come and ask them, what are you guys doing here? I feel like
is it international body that is giving
them? Not even our MPFL is as well as they are. No one come close. You wonder because a PSG are that good. They should have won the Champions League long before last season. So you see the way every other team look at them in the league and be like, should we need to play this game? Tomorrow, Marseille now.
Just dash them the point.
How should just let you guys carry the point? Because when you look at the team, they are always miles apart. The quality of players, oh my God. We're talking about Dembele now in contention for Ballon d'Or, and no player in the entirety of the league, except in the same PSG side. If you want to pick best players in the world now, you are picking maybe 3 or 4 in the PSG side. The entire top 20 of the Ballon d'Or, the entire Ballon d'Or shortlist does not feature any other player in the Ligue 1 except the PSG players. That goes to tell how terrible, how let me use the word it is. So talk about PSG, Marcel. I don't know how to make it.
But the Marcel I saw in the Champions League, I mean, I was
that's the normal level.
Yes, on a normal level, because if you see, I mean, this boy from Manchester United,
Greenwood.
Greenwood, Aubameyang. That's also the club of this guy too, the one that had problem and returned, Pogba. Right?
No, Pogba right now
is in Monaco.
Okay, no, sorry, Monaco. I'm missing them all. Monaco. There's this other guy I saw that played for Marseille in the Champions League. I mean, so that on a normal level, as I said, they should be able to hold PSG.
Last season, although Marcel came second, but 19 points difference. And if, let's put it like this, if PSG had lost 5 games more, they will still be close to PSG. And look at their head-to-head in previous game. Not just that PSG defeats them, they don't score at all. That's how terrible they are.
They beat them like criminals, right?
3-0, 4-0, 2-0 is always weeping. Right there. But the only thing that they can take advantage of is the fact that some of their key players are not available. But we saw a PSG side without Dembele, without Doué at the Champions League, and they were still so good against Atalanta. But then I think Marcel, they've gotten new players, honestly. There's Aubameyang there. There's this man, Timothy Weah. George Weah's son. And also Angel Gomez, the former Manchester United player. And they have a coach in De Zerbi to maybe he can be able to manipulate and find a way of getting wins against PSG, but I honestly don't think so, because when you look at the stats for PSG, the last loss for them was against Chelsea, which no one even expected, but eventually they won it.
Even before then, they never lose.
It's been back to back.
After then, they've never lost
again.
So only Chelsea have done it.
So, and when you look at it, I think the only set of people that would be stopping them maybe it's teams from the Champions League, but from the Ligue 1, they can go unbeaten.
Right? Okay, yes, all of the other games we told you, the results, the scoreline still remain the way they are. In fact, this Tottenham and Brighton game looks like a fight, They have just been fighting each other, but falling themselves up on the floor anyhow. It's still 2-1. And of course, the other one, too, between Burnley and Nottingham Forest is 1-1. West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 2, and of course, Wolves still being beaten at home by Leeds United 3-1. All right, let's go to the phone lines now. Check we have some predictions there. Okay. You get them already on all of other platforms.
Yeah, on the WhatsApp.
Yes,
we have a couple of predictions here.
Okay,
so we have Goody. His prediction here is that God help me.
Why is he praying? Go ahead.
God help me. Chelsea 2, Man United 1. Why is
he saying God help me?
I think he's a Chelsea fan predicting against his own club.
Okay, is that what it means?
Or he's a Man U fan predicting against Man U. Because his prediction is a Chelsea. And of course, we have Mayowa Adewi. He said Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. And that's a comment on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
We check you on
go to Facebook
as well.
All right, 0702 520 1007, 0702 520 1007, and 0705 507 1007, 0705 507 1007. For you calling, we're giving you options. 2 options actually. You predict today, you can also predict tomorrow's game if you wish, but we're separating them, okay? So let's go. Are you ready, guys? Let's get the score lines. Okay, hello, good evening. Hello, are you there? We can't hear you. Can you speak up? Okay, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name and location?
Yeah, my name is Rapture.
Rapture. Hey, Rapture from Bochi.
Yes.
You didn't win the other prediction the last time.
I swear.
Okay, so where do we go? Manchester United, Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea to win 2-1.
Okay, you're a Chelsea fan now, so I don't expect anything less. Chelsea to win 2-1. What about Man City?
Arsenal, Man City to win 3-1.
Man City to win 3-1?
No.
Okay, Arsenal to win 3-1?
Yes.
Okay, Rapture from Bochi. You got that, Daniel? Okay, thank you, Rapture. All right, let's go. Hello, good evening. Hello? Okay, 0702 520 1007, 0705 507 1007. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome. Your name and location?
I'm Joel from Liberty.
Dre?
Joel.
Okay, Joel from Liberty. Okay, yes, let's do it. Manchester United, Chelsea tonight.
2-1.
To who?
Chelsea 2.
Okay, Chelsea 2, Man U 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow, you want to try the one tomorrow too?
Okay.
Man City, Arsenal.
Okay, Man City, Arsenal. Okay. 2-2.
Okay, 2-2. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you win it, it's a double for you. All right?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. 0702 520 1007. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon.
Your name and location. Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Vincent Anthony from Oshitoku.
Vincent from Oshitoku. Okay, Chelsea, Manchester United, Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea to win 2-0.
Chelsea to win 2-0. Are you a Chelsea fan?
No, I'm really a Chelsea fan.
The way you had that confidence, I love that. Okay, Man City, Arsenal tomorrow.
Man City to win 2-1.
Man City to win 2-1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Dana, you getting them right? Okay, 0702 520 1007. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Emeka is my name.
Emeka from?
From Monia.
Okay, Emeka from Monia. Let's do it. Manchester United, Chelsea.
Manchester United, Chelsea, 2-2.
Okay, 2-2. Daniel, you said 2-2. Okay, Man City, Arsenal.
1-0.
To who?
Against Man City.
Okay, Arsenal will win 1-0.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much all the way from Monia, okay? We will definitely know if you're the winner, so make sure you listen on Monday. All right, thank you so much. Hello, good evening, welcome. Your name and location, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Are you getting Facebook already? Okay, Facebook. Okay, before we take the next
predictions right now.
Yes.
No predictions right now. Facebook.
But we have messages there.
Yeah,
we have messages. Let's acknowledge them. I can see Jalal Shario. Okay. Some messages there.
Okay, we have a couple of about 12 messages right now.
Okay, so let's
Facebook.
do it.
And let's start from. Okay, Jalal Shario is in class. I'm trying to put it up.
Okay. It's loading.
It's loading.
Your network is disappointing you.
There we go.
Okay.
So let's start from the Dulux Home of Beauty. Okay. Please, Miss. Okay. I don't understand that program you're trying to comment on.
Okay,
is
King
gone.
Extra.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
The program that was missed.
Yeah.
That one has gone now.
Then we have T. Layo Omalabs. Mr. Daniel, we cite you. Where did you cite me?
They are citing you. Nice.
I'm supposed to see here. Okay. Comment to Jolasha here say, good afternoon, watching you from Oyo. And of course, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Alaba Yusuf say, Eku Eto. Alaba. That's Yoruba.
You see what? You didn't understand. What did you do?
Alaba Oko Iyawo Lati Olomi. Yeah, thank you. Abib Muyiwa Tijani, well done watching you from Aroro Makede up Liverpool. Yes, up Liverpool. Yeah, you guys are lonely at the top now. Abib Tijani said, keep up the good work. Adebayo Timley, T-Money. He said, T-Money Baba. Yes. Yeah, T-Money Baba. Yes. That address, you will pay for it later.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the comment for now.
Okay, 0702-520-1007 and 0705-507-1007 for your prediction. Yes, if you win it, for those who called in, if you win, we're going to give you double. If you win today, you still win tomorrow's prediction. But if you win just today, we'll give you for today. If you win for tomorrow, we'll give you just for tomorrow. We'll not allow tomorrow's zone to spoil today's zone. Okay? All right. Okay. Quickly, Enzo Maresca was telling this guy something, Gianni Garnacho, that look, you're going to Old Trafford. When you get there, make sure whatever they do to you, don't retaliate.
You don't listen.
Don't listen to them. Do ashake. Let them, want to get a little. Let them make sure you don't have ears, because they will get you angry. And if you do anyhow, you could get booked. So you get him. I'm coming to that, but let's quickly take this. Hello, good afternoon, or good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome. Your name and location.
I'm David from Ojo.
David from Ojo.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
I think Chelsea 2-2 between Chelsea and Man United.
Okay, it's going to be a draw 2-2. Okay, of course. Man City, Arsenal tomorrow.
Arsenal win 3-1.
Arsenal win 3-1. Wow, I like this, your confidence. Yeah. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Arsenal win 3-1. That is it. Okay, so let's go to Garnacho.
Yeah.
he knows he's still a small boy, right? That's why he's giving some kind of advice.
Definitely. And the fact that he wasn't really very good in terms of relationship with the fans.
The friendliness was not there.
It was not there, and it wasn't just the player, it wasn't just the manager, or even the fans, because there were times that he had inconsistent performance, and the fans were calling out Garnacho right there. And when players come to a club that didn't treat them well, they will always want to put a very top performance. So I'm looking at maybe Garnacho might probably start the game.
Yeah, that's what
he's not starting.
He's not starting. Wow.
He have too much players.
He hinted earlier that he might start him.
Daniel now work closely with Maresca.
We've seen the lineup.
Oh wow, wow. So maybe he might come later in the game, and yes, he would want to put up a bit. Even if it's just a goal or assist against United. So it's nice that the manager had to advise him because he's young. And it even looks like he has attitude issues. Definitely, we have to talk about that. So, sometimes he might just want to be aggressive against some of these players as well as fans, because, trust fans, they would always come out to do the needful. Exactly. So we always want to do that. Yeah.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello,
welcome.
You can hear you. Go on. Okay.
I don't think this one is.
This one is not ready yet. This one is for maybe Oshilowa. Okay. All right. 0702-520. We have less than 5 minutes to wrap up the conversation. All right. Talking about the confirmed lineup for Chelsea Manchester United game. All right. Let's take this call first. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Chrissy.
Yeah. Welcome.
My name is David from Challenge.
David from Challenge. How many David have we had today? David all the way. Okay. Welcome. All right, Manchester, Chelsea. You can't hear you.
Man U 2.
Okay.
Chelsea 1.
Okay, Chelsea 1. Man U 2, Chelsea 1. Okay, I know Daniel will be praying that God forbid that kind of thing.
Those ones can't win already.
Man City, Arsenal?
3-3.
Yes, sir. Did you say 3-3?
3-3, yes.
Okay, 3-3. Okay, we got you covered. All right, thank you. Okay, David. Okay, confirmed lineup. Of course, Bayenda is in goal again. I hope there won't be problem. Harry Maguire is starting the game. Of course, Matthias De Ligt is starting. Of course, Luke Shaw is also on the defense line for Manchester United. And of course, Mazraoui is also in the midfield. Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Dogu, all up in the midfield. And up front, you have Amad Diallo as well as Bryan Mbeumo. And leading the attack is Benjamin Sesko. Yes, of course, that's what is about. He's changing his formation. He's playing 3-4-2-1. That's what he's playing.
I mean, it's still more or less the same way.
It's like 3-4-3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for Chelsea in goal, of course, Robo Sanchez, no other person comes through. Marco Correa in the left side of the game. Trevor Chalobah, who made some silly mistakes in his last game. Wesley Fofana is on this lineup, and Reece James is back to where he's always, his special is there. Yeah, because in recent games he's been deployed to the midfield, but today the coach is taking him to where he actually is his forte. All right, in the midfield you have Moses Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer, and of course Estabo Willian. Making up the attack is Joao Pedro. So that is how it's going down tonight. I mean, it shows us some. Maresca wants to win this game by all means. I mean, deploying Reece James to his main position.
Exactly. He's back to his main position now. We're seeing Caicedo and Fernandez, and Palmer now. He plays on the number 10, where he would have freedom to distribute.
The roaming and
to Pedro Neto and Estavio. For me, this is their best wingers right now. Estavio and Pedro Neto, and there's Joao Pedro, who has started the season so well. One of the things I'm just really happy about in the Manchester United squad is Cunha is back. He's on the bench.
Yeah, Cunha is back.
That's one person that has shown excitement since the starting of the league. So maybe in the second half, I hope he doesn't get like a 2-0 in the first half, and then they will bring him to help.
Something like this.
I just like the fact that he sound hopeless already.
You are sounding and you're even putting here. People are watching you. Why is this guy doing this?
I just can't believe this.
You know, when somebody does like this, like hopeless.
Someone had told us some years ago that Man United fans will be in a point where going into a game they will be saying 2 goals. They are praying it won't be 2 goals at halftime.
Say too much.
No, we know those. The era, glory era.
Oh, your wala is too much. Don't listen to him.
This one too shall pass.
Anyway, Tottenham have equalized the game, right? Of course, it is 2-2. Brighton 2, Tottenham 2. So let's begin to pack up our bags and baggage now. So before the time will be up against us. So that's the way it is. So if you win, most definitely keep listening. I mean, on Monday, you listen to our sports shows on Monday, 8:30 a.m. That's when we come first on Melody Sunrise, 8:30 in the morning. And of course, 6:15 on the cruise show for you to know if you are a winner, you definitely get your prizes. Okay? Liverpool 2, Everton 1, Brighton 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 1, West Ham United 1, Crystal Palace 2, and of course, Wolves 1. Leeds United 3. Those are the games. Coming up next, Manchester United, Chelsea. Thank you so much for being part of this show today. Yes, Bam Bam. What's your prediction for this game?
Chelsea,
Man United, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal.
Don't look at my face. Don't look at my face. Don't look at my face.
All right. You always speak as an analyst. You don't speak with the emotions like this.
Chelsea 2, United 1.
You think Chelsea will win that game?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And for Manchester City, Arsenal, I think Manchester City to Arsenal 0. Yes. 2-0.
Yeah. Is there any, I don't think any prediction like that.
No, we don't have 2-0.
Yeah.
All of them still say Man City to score or Arsenal to score.
Okay. All right. So
Chelsea, it's very difficult. I know it's going to be very difficult, but still, I will still side with my team. But I think this is one of the games that ends in a draw. And at 3-3, there will be goals today because both teams just want to prove themselves.
So you think it's going to end in a draw?
It's going to end in a draw or Chelsea win. I don't see a Man United win.
Okay.
But if they, like I said, officiating is important in games like this. So I see a game if it is officiating.
But remember, you don't have defense. And Mbeumo has a way of disturbing people. Mbeumo has been disturbing everyone. I've been watching Mbeumo. He's been disturbing everyone.
There are players that once you allow them to score a goal or assist, they are satisfied in the game. That's one of the things I see with this Man United side. But Chelsea side are young. They are still building their CVs. So for me, it's like Chelsea 3, Man United 2.
Man City?
Man City 2-2.
2-2.
More like a draw.
I want to ask you a funny question before we leave. What if there's a opportunity to switch, and you get a Arsenal defense to Chelsea? Arsenal defense to Chelsea.
Arsenal got 8 players. 8 players in the defense right now. Like right back, left back, centre back. They've got two of the best in each position. If Chelsea have that, or Man City have that, the league is over. Not even Liverpool has that kind of defense.
The league's over for anybody.
For anybody.
But
it's just so unfortunate that it's Arsenal. We know their mentality.
Okay. I just have to bring that in. Sorry if you're an Arsenal fan. Don't worry. They will not collect your players. Don't worry. You know, this guy. I don't know. What happened? Both of you decided to go have some... just went to go and do shaping.
I'm learning from Daniel.
Anytime he does this thing,
he's learning from a pastor.
He's always brutal. He's always brutal when he...
No. I'm just preparing for Sunday Melody tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
And the same Baba that is doing you guys.
Yeah. We give him... When he comes from Mushaya, we give him...
No, you guys should go to Team Money Baba. He's always advertising himself.
Team Money, we have to bring it to Mushaya.
He's always advertising himself, so he needs to start cutting for people at Melody. All right, thank you so much for being part of the show. Let me have a breather now for 2 hours or thereabout. I'll be back at 7 p.m. We have 1.5 hours of old school music. Tonight, we are going on ballads, old school music, soft R&B, lovely mid-tempo tunes. Keep it locked right here. Big ups to Bam Bam, of course, to Moses helping at the other side, and not forgetting the sports here right here. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Keep it locked right here. Good evening.